And welcome into Pure Adrenaline Sports, everybody. This is John coming at you with some MLB talk on this Sunday afternoon. So, welcome in. Let's see what we got going on. Bob Nightingale is reporting that the Phillies acquire Jesus Luzardo and Paul McIntosh from the Marlins. So, we'll see. He's the only one reporting that right now. So, we'll wait to see. Nope. All right. Heyman tweeted it also. So, a nice move by the Phillies. Hey, Weed is here. What's up, Weed? We'll wait for some more people to hop in before we get going into some of the Mets moves, some of the free agents we would like the Mets to bring in. But some people were already here, so let's welcome some of the people in. Darren was here saying shout out to John, Pure Adrenaline Sports, putting in the emotes as well. Let's go Mets with Mr. Met. Dan says, I hope they get Bregman because he fits. Alonso too. My lineup prediction where I put an emoji next to the name that best fits. Ooh, wonder if I can bring that up on the screen, Dan. Yeah, here we go. It's down at the bottom here. Dan says he'd bat Lindor first, Soto second, Alonso third, Vientos fourth, Bregman fifth, with a question mark next to it, Nimmo sixth, Acuna or McNeil seventh, Alvarez or another catcher will bat eighth, and Siri and Taylor will bat ninth. Yeah, that's a good lineup. He says that would be one of the best lineups in baseball. LFGM. So let's go. So nice move by the Phillies there, getting Luzardo. He's under team control through 2026, so not a bad deal there. Let's look here. Somebody did put that up here. Wheeler signed through 2027. Nolas 2030. Sanchez 2030. Luzardo through 2026. Ranger Suarez. So the Phillies pitching rotation pretty much set for the next few years here. So nice move there by the Phillies. I don't think pitching was their problem. So going out and getting another starter. I don't know really how that helps them when it comes to postseason. They don't hit. Oh, we already gained a sub. Thank you to whoever that was. Really appreciate that. So wait for some more comments to come in, guys. Oh, I do have the poll going in the chat. Let me see. 4 votes so far. One vote for Alonso, 1 vote for Bregman, and 2 for Manaea on who will be the Mets' next signing. So we'll see. I have Twitter open to see what happens here. But let's look at some of the free agent pitchers that are still available. Guys I would stay away from, definitely. We already had them on our team. Scherzer and Verlander, no thanks. Go ahead, go somewhere else. Corbin Burns, still not signed. He's got a qualifying offer next to him. So a team's going to have to give up some draft capital to get him. Same thing with Sean Manaea. But Flaherty doesn't, so I'm surprised he's not signed anywhere. Quintana, I don't know if these guys are just Walker Bueller doesn't, so I don't know if these guys are just waiting and want to go into certain teams or just not happy with the offers they're getting. Yo, Water's here. What's up, Water? Great to see you as always. Hopefully our Mets make some moves today or before Christmas. Uh, the first base market is drying up, so Alonso's going to have to either take less because the Astros signed Christian Walker, the Yankees signed Goldschmidt, Santana went to Cleveland, Arizona traded for Naylor, so not too many more spots for Alonso to go. So We'll see what kind of offer he ends up getting. He already turned down, I think it was what, 25? I think Pete's going to go to the Cubs. I don't. I think if Pete was going to the Cubs, they'd have signed him already. Why do you feel that he's going to the Cubs? I want to know what your thinking is behind that. Yes, could they use help at first base? Yes, but no, well, actually, because Dan put those lineups in, actually, let's go over and look where I'm looking here as part of the Mets lineup right now. This would be the Mets opening day starters. Fitzy says, "I know Alonso ain't going to Boston. Why not?" Weed says, "Me personally, I don't see Pete in a different jersey other than the Mets. Me neither." So right now, this would be the Mets lineup on opening or defensive alignment right now. If they didn't sign anybody else, so Nimmo in left, Taylor or Siri in center, Soto in right, and around the horn we got Mauricio at third, Lindor at short, McNeil or Acuna at second, Vientos at first, Senga on the mound, and Alvarez behind the dish. So, but there are reports that the Mets are going after both Alonso and Bregman. And not that I would trade him, but I would make an upgrade in left field. I think Nimmo, with that injury, Nimmo might be in trouble. My neighbor was saying Anthony Rizzo would be an option for 1 year to hold for. What do you think? I don't think I like it. I don't like it either. I would have rather taken a 1 year flyer on Goldschmidt than Rizzo. If that's the case, you can still sign Alonso. Don't sign Bregman, and then you could. There's so many other things they could do next year if they want to get Vlad. Vlad can play first. Vlad can play third. Vlad can DH. Alonso could DH. Fitzy says, because he doesn't think Alonso's going to Boston, he says, haven't been in contact with him. Plus, the Sox want to move Devers to first. There you go. Thank you, Fitzy. And of course, Fitzy, I know you're in the chat, but if you want to hop in stream, you have access to do that. Oh, did I lose you guys? Looks like my computer froze up there for a second. Hopefully, everything's all right. Already 11 likes on the stream. We have 18 people checking us out. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, you can see me. Can you hear me, though? It glitched out for a second. Hear you as well. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Lulu, what's up? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Thanks for stopping in. So this would be right now. This is what I have projected as the Mets opening day lineup or alignment. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't know what Mauricio is going to be coming back from injury. If they do move Vientos to first, Fitzy says, "Sure, I'll hop in." All right, let's go. Let me go back over here. Make sure I can see Fitzy when he hops in. We'll talk a little bit of Red Sox with Fitzy here in a second when he hops in. Water says, I personally think that Pete is going to get a 4-year deal just because most of the teams probably think that he will age. No, he's not going to age well. He's already on the decline. Unless he moves to DH. So, I don't know. Well, look. Let me get things set up here for Fitzy's Red Sox. While we wait for him to hop in here. Let's add Fitzy. Oh, hold on, Fitzy. There's Fitzy. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much.
Let me come back over to this screen so you can see the remaining Red Sox free agents.
I would
Lulu saying, I hope Senga can be healthy in 2025. Yeah, I hope so.
that list.
So, Fitzy, on the remaining players that you guys have that were on the team last year, are there any of these guys you, as a Red Sox fan, you want to bring back?
Well, Jansen's not coming back. He's made that relatively clear. Pavetta, I don't want back because losing the draft pick, and he's really inconsistent. Paxton's going to retire, so he's not going to come back. Can you take that comment off the screen so I can see the rest?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Martin, I would like to come back because he's a consistent setup man. He just had a little bit of a down year last year with a couple injuries. Garcia, no. Sims, I would take a flyer on a 1-year contract. Hill, no. Brad Keller, maybe a minor league contract. Maybe as like a long reliever type.
Gotcha. So. Ron says the Mets are at best a third place team with this island of misfit toy pitching staff. Okay, understand that comment, but the season doesn't start tomorrow, so.
Yeah, my Sox are a third place team right now with their addition, so.
Yeah. And we were a third place team last year and went to the NLCS, so.
Don't matter what place in the standings
right. Exactly. So what do the Fitzy, let's get back to your Sox. What positions do the Red Sox need? Now, you were talking in the chat about Devers moving over to first. Do you like that? And then we'll look at some of the free agent pitchers that are available.
Me personally, I'm not a big fan of it. I can see the pros of it because Devers' third base defense is atrocious. I think he committed like 2 errors against the Mets last year. They're atrocious on defense no matter what happens. He has been his entire career. So I can see him moving to first base, but the con of it is I've never seen him play first base ever. So it's going to be a little bit tough for him to play first. Now the plan is originally they're going to sign Bregman. They're going to sign Bregman to play third. Devers goes over to first base. They trade Casas away somewhere. Hey, trade him to the Mets. Who knows?
Maybe.
But there were talks of Casas moving over to Seattle to get him for Castillo. But I have not heard much about that since.
Got you. All right. So you said they need pitching. More starting pitching or more relief pitching?
Probably one more top quality starter. So maybe like a Corbin Burns, maybe take a Jack Flaherty. Sean Manaea would be good. Because right now, they only have one lefty in the starting rotation, and that's Crochet. So I would take a lefty for a starting rotation spot.
What were your thoughts on the Crochet trade? I know they gave up 4 of their top 15 prospects, but it's for a pitcher, like you said, a lefty, that they have under control for a few years.
When I read the tweet, I was like, there's no way they traded away like Wong, because the original trade was they were going to trade Wong, Casas, to get Crochet. I'm like, please don't do that when I saw that. For my minor league prospects, top 15, some of them weren't going to play until after the Crochet team control is up. Like Montgomery wouldn't play till 2029. Gonzalez, I believe, like 2027. So some of those guys were like in the way near future. Teal would be the guy I was not so happy about trading away. So I'm 50-50 on the trade. If it works
Gotcha.
out, great.
I know our Mets were in on that as well, but we're not willing to give up the draft picks. Hey,
Plus we have,
Darren's back in here. What's up, Darren? Saying let's go Mets.
plus we got the deeper farm system where your team
Yeah,
where the Mets
agreed.
don't.
Right. If the Mets would have given up their top 15 prospects, it would have wiped out their it would have almost wiped out their farm system. So the Mets have to do a better job of developing their farm here. But all right, so you talked about guys like Burns, Flaherty, Manaea. Uh, I don't follow the Red Sox like you do. Are they concerned with bringing a guy like Burns or Manaea in and having to give up some draft capital?
Well, judging by they are interested in re-signing Nick Pivetta, who was offered the qualifying offer, I would say no. They're not really concerned about it. I think they're really just concerned about the length of the contract and the money. I
Gotcha.
think they can deal with the money, like the average value, but the years is the problem for me
Got you.
that they won't do.
So how about really? How's your bullpen?
We did sign Severino and what's his face now? I can't remember. It's another reliever.
Sandoval.
Oh yeah, him. But there was another one.
Uh,
There was one more before. There was the first one prior to Severino. It was like a no-name guy. Like I had a 5 ERA last year.
okay. Actually, I can look that up here in a second for you. But
Can't remember his name.
yeah, let's see here. So you guys would move Devers to first, right? If you got a third baseman.
Yeah, that's the original plan. Would be moving to
So
Devers to first base.
really, Bregman's really the only guy worth giving a big contract to do that.
Right.
Um, I'm not sure, but once again, another guy with a qualifying offer attached to his name.
Yep.
What else are the Red Sox going to be in need of?
Really, the only thing I can think of other than pitching and third base would maybe be a left fielder, see what they can do about that, because they didn't re-sign Tyler O'Neill. I don't want Yoshida being in left because he was hired from playing every day in left field last 2023. So, just trying to think, because we have Duran could play center, Abreu's in right, could move Yoshida out to left. There's too many options. I don't know exactly how to do it.
Yeah, and right now with all the moves that have been made this offseason, where do you think your Red Sox sit in the division? Because the American League East, when it comes to the American League, probably the toughest division. Probably 4 or 5 of the best teams in the American League right there.
Yeah. So obviously, right now we're not going to get first place. I believe Yankees are probably going to chase first place. Same with Baltimore. I'd say we're maybe third, probably just above Toronto and Tampa Bay, maybe fourth. Definitely not fifth. We're definitely above Toronto.
Guy.
Tampa, I don't know much about them. I haven't paid attention to them yet. So definitely middle of the pack. Probably better than last year though, record wise.
Gotcha. And they were 500 last year, right?
Yep, 81 and 81.
Yeah. So
Nobody expected that from them either. So
let me just go over to Twitter, see if we have any more base. That Luzardo trade caught me off guard. I didn't even know that happened until I
I
logged
didn't
on to
even know
Twitter.
it. I saw it when I woke up. I'm like, what? When did
So
that happen?
very good pitcher for the Phillies, but wasn't a position of need for him.
Yeah, because they got what? Wheeler. They got what's?
Yeah, right here. Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, Suarez, Walker. No,
Oh
now
yeah,
they can get rid of Walker now.
yeah. Walker was terrible, I
Yeah.
believe, in the
Mm-hmm.
starting rotation for him.
Yep. And Painter's coming back from Tommy John surgery, I believe. For their number one prospect. Because they wanted Crochet as well, but they weren't willing to give up Painter. So
What is Dave Dombrowski doing?
I don't
Because
know.
he was our former Red Sox chief baseball officer. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, so I don't know. That one surprised me. Somewhere else I have the off-season moves here. Oh, I have my Mets. Let's look at your Red Sox here.
Oh, back to that dreaded list.
Yep, hold on. Nope, not this list. Where is this? I want. Nope, not that one. Not that one. This one. There we go.
That list.
That list. So let's see here. You guys acquired another minor league pitcher.
Yeah, he's the same. He's literally 1 year older than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, an
Uh,
18-year-old prospect. Never even pitched this. I think he just got drafted this year, so for Cam Boozer, which was a little
oh,
bit.
actually, it's a move I like here. And I think a guy that'll make your team. But they signed him to a minor league deal. Michael Fulmer.
They were interested in Michael Fulmer very briefly. I didn't really look into it. They wanted him to start in the starting rotation
Oh,
initially. Like, don't do that. Sign him as a reliever. Then I see this. I'm like, okay, yeah, we can do that. We can take a
oh,
flyer on Michael Fulmer.
oh, yeah. And I forgot you guys got Chapman as well.
Yep.
Now Chapman can throw 102, 103 miles an hour, but gives up a lot of runs.
He's the lefty we do need, though.
Got you.
Especially since trading away Boozer, and now we got Sandoval. So really, he's the only lefty other than Bernardino in the bullpen.
Look at this guy stopping by. Rising Rhino saying, "What up, PAS and Fitzy and the Kitty?
Yep. Kitty
What's
is not
up,
in here.
Rhino?" If you
Wait,
guys want to hang out during NFL live streams, make sure you check out Rising Rhino. Rhino, while you're here, post your link in the chat. Let us know what games you're doing today. Rhino usually covers 3 games on Sunday, so
yeah,
a full day coming up.
these two interesting gentlemen right here talking about baseball, or at least we think we
Interesting.
know about baseball.
I don't know for interesting.
No, no, no. I'm saying we just know everything about baseball we need. I like the Chapman signing just because we needed a lefty, and he was really the only lefty I knew of that was a free agent. Off the field, I don't like Chapman, but on the field, sure, we'll take it.
He said pure adrenaline kitty.
PAS having a cat.
Oh man, a cat like it'd be like a cat on catnip just running around, going nuts, running around the house. So, what else we got going on here for them? So I
Nothing
know you
really.
cover. I know, like I said, you cover the Red Sox on your channel, but mix in other streams as well for other teams. I know you do a lot of formerly known as the Oakland A's, but man,
Yeah,
what do you?
my second favorite team, my heartbroken Oakland A's, moving.
My heartbroken Oakland A's. Come back over to the chat here. Catnip special. Footer K said, "Hey boys, quick question: if and when the Mets sign Alonso and Bregman, where does Vientos go? DH.
That would probably make sense.
DH. He could fill in at first or third if those guys need a day off and you want them to DH.
Then what would you do with Mauricio? Just put him back in the minor
Trade him.
leagues? I'll
Probably
trade him.
keep him down in the minors until you know he's 100% healthy because he's coming back from injury. So, Mossman Evolved saying, hello, fellas. What's up, Mossman? So let's see what our Mets did here. But once again, I put in the on the thumbnail for Met fans where's Stearns, because a lot of people on Twitter are going nuts that Stearns isn't doing anything. Stearns is doing a lot of work for the Mets GM. It's just
Yeah,
he's not signing the flashy players right now, but he's got to
exactly.
build. He's rebuilding our farm system. So, and then they'll make jokes. They'll sign all these guys like Goss, Ortega, and Williams, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're definitely going to the World Series." I mean, come on,
Hey, you
guys.
got
We
to
have to.
rebuild the system.
He's got to worry about all the minor leagues and the major league roster. So
That's what Hein Bloom basically did before we
yeah,
fired him. That's why our system is so good. It's because of Bloom.
Footer says, "Okay, cool. Can't lose Vientos. No, definitely can't lose Vientos." Yeah, when are they calling up Fitzy? Fitzy, when are you getting the call?
I'll tell him I can play first base. I can tell him I can play second base.
Second base. There you go. Not first. You can't take over for Dom Smith.
Nobody can pitch as good as Dom Smith. Okay, he's better than Fenton.
Actually, right. He had a 0.00 ERA, right?
Exactly. Should have gave him the Cy Young.
Yeah, right. Darren's asking Fitz, do you think the Bo Sox can compete with the Yankees? Because I don't see the Orioles trading prospects for pitching.
Is he talking about on the field or trades and free agents and all that?
Well, my guess would be on the field, like in the standings would be my guess.
I mean, we can. I think we could probably split the season series with them, or they might win one more game. They're obviously going to finish above us because they have much more talent. Well, talent than we do. You know, Bellinger, what's his face, Goldschmidt, all these other guys. Sox are making these little moves, but no matter how much talent the Yankees have, I mean, even last year we dominated the Yankees for a couple of series. I think we swept one series, so we can hang in with the Yankees, but we're definitely not going to finish above them in the standings.
Gotcha. So let me come back up. Footer talking a little bit more about the Mets here. Saying, I really feel analyzing the lineup, if we get Alonso back and Bregman, there really aren't many holes in that lineup. I would still like an upgrade in maybe center field or left field. I don't know, Nimmo, with that, what is it, plantar fasciitis?
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
So I don't know. Man, he did not look good at the end of the year. So
I don't even know what that is.
Me neither. Something with the foot.
Wow.
Fitzy, if you had a chance to be the Mets GM, who would you sign?
Well, I'd definitely probably go with Alonso, but not on like a really expensive contract because of all the free agent first basemen that have come and gone. No more than like 25 million, maybe like 20, maybe like the same deal Walker got.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less, but definitely not above 25 million.
I mean, he turned 10 last year. What was it? 7 for 175, which is what, 25 million per year.
Yeah.
And the guys that are signing
are signing for like 20 million a year.
At 20 million. Walker got 20 million, and the other guys got 12 and a half.
Yeah, so, Goldschmidt only got 12 and a half.
Yeah. Santana, I believe, only got 12 and a half also.
I didn't even see the contract for Santana. I only saw it was a 1-year deal. I'm just keeping Twitter open, see if there's anything.
Footer also says, for anybody to have any complaints about the Mets front office, hasn't been a long time Mets fan. Exactly. We have dealt with the worst ownership in prior years in the history of our team. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mossman says, "Pure. If you're the Mets GM, who are you signing?" I'm calling up Burns and asking him what it's going to take to get here. I need an ace. I need a guy in the number one spot. You go Burns, then you can have Senga 2. Maybe bring back Minaya after that as well. But Burns is the first guy I go after if I'm the Mets GM.
Question is how much you bringing him in for.
I don't care. I'll give him 3 years at a higher 3 or 4 years at a higher AAV than what they're saying Toronto and San Francisco are willing to go 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
I would give lesser years but a higher AAV.
I would do it.
Yep. So, Fitzy, have we had any news since the Luzardo trade?
Nope. Nothing new yet.
So, yeah, I mean, once again, here's the Mets outfield. Our Mets opening day starters right now. Right now, yeah. I mean, do Met fans have a reason to be concerned? Yes. But come on, guys. The fans that are on Twitter, I'm talking to them. They're probably not hanging out in my chat anyway. But come on. The season doesn't start tomorrow.
Yeah.
The question are we all hoping to get better players? Absolutely. But it's not even Christmas yet.
This is definitely like if you add a little bit more to it, this is definitely a playoff team right here.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, even if you put Alonso at first, then you move Vientos back over to third. I mean,
it's not bad. It's a playoff lineup.
Well, then, as for Mets, I would still like to go get. I know we have Marte, but there's talks about trading Marte. So you would have to go out and get a DH. So let me look at some of the guys that are available at DH here.
Don't re-sign JD.
No, remember I put the stats in a live stream.
Yeah, you questioned me on it.
Yeah, I put the stats in the live stream. I gave player A and player B, and it was JD Martinez and Daniel Vogelback. And who did
And
you pick, Fitzy?
I picked Daniel Vogelback.
Well, just off the numbers, though. I didn't tell you who they were. But
Yeah,
going
just
by the numbers, Vogelback had a better stint as a Met than JD Martinez did.
that's insane. Well, to be a little bit, I can say a little bit though. JD did the dumb thing by skipping all of spring training where
Well,
Vogelback.
he signed too late.
Yeah. That's the only defense I can give JD Martinez for that.
So if I'm the Mets and if that's the case, if that's what I do, yeah, exactly, Darren. That's exactly where I was going. Jock Peterson.
Like, that's a person I would sign.
Yep.
Jock Peterson. Definitely not McCutchen. Too old. Turner, I don't know much about Turner. Other than he was good.
Justin Turner, just too old for me.
He was good with Boston when he was what, like 38?
Yeah, I mean he was good with the Mets before he went to the Dodgers.
But I don't think you're gonna give Turner a 1-year thing. Doubt it.
Yeah. Footer says, "I promise I'll stop taking up the chat. No worries, Footer. Keep them coming. I don't care if it's one person chatting or not. Keep them coming. I promise I'll stop taking up the chat. But one last thing, it does amaze me how Yankee fans crap on Soto now that he goes to the Mets. It's just typical Yankee fan mentality. I do not think, even all the moves they have made, I do not think the Yankees are a better team now than they were with Soto. I just don't see it. I don't know. Fitzy, you know more about the Yankees. And well, I don't know about that because we're always compared to the Yankees, and you guys face them 13 times a year. But
yeah. I'd say they're probably still the same team, just not like American League champion Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're making the World Series with all these moves because Goldschmidt's going to be gone after the season. Who knows? He's probably going to fall off. Bellinger, because you look at it, other than Goldschmidt, the Yankees signed players who are terrible in the postseason.
Right.
Awful.
Awful.
Goldschmidt, I don't know too much about him in the postseason, but I don't know too much about that, but I'm assuming he's all right. But Williams, what was it? He had like a 23 ERA
in the playoffs. Yep.
And what was that one play that Williams gave up? What was that home run Williams gave?
The Alonso 3-run homer.
Yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hey, Stanley's here. What's up, Stanley? Says I have trust in Stearns and Cohen.
Oh, I trust Stearns and Cohen any day.
Patrick's here saying, would the Red Sox like a guy like Jesse Winker? I don't think he'll be back with the Mets. I don't think he'll be back with the Mets either. I would love to have him back. Left-handed bat off the bench. If you're not going to bring back Winker, go get Jock Peterson.
As a left.
Yeah.
Wait, as a DH for Boston or as like a fielder?
Well, he's either going to be a left fielder or a DH, Fitzy. So I don't know what you guys need, but yeah, he's a left-handed bat, and he came off the bench for the Mets. So
if he was to be our starting left fielder, I wouldn't mind it. Probably have on like a 1-year deal, because DH right now is occupied by Yoshida. So until we trade away Yoshida or something like that, Winker would probably have to play left if that was the case. But I wouldn't mind Winker coming over to the Sox.
Shoab says we don't want a playoff lineup. We want a World Series lineup.
Well, they almost did. Mets were 2 wins away from going to a World Series, so
yep,
they're just close enough.
Lulu says, you think we have a chance of landing Sasaki? I do. I do think we have a chance. Now, I don't know. I think there are 5 teams that got second interviews with him.
Sox weren't one of them. So.
Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, White Sox, and somebody else.
I think it was the Padres, was it?
It might have been the Padres. So
I can't remember who it was.
But Hey,
I'll look it up here on Twitter.
yeah.
Roki
Let me come
Sasaki.
back over to Twitter. Ken Rosenthal tweeting out his stuff.
Was it about his podcast?
Yeah. Yep.
Sasaki apparently met with the Yankees behind the scenes on the 20th.
Yep.
Cubs are... Oh, I think it's the Cubs might be interested in him as well. Or did you say the Cubs?
Oh, was it the Cubs?
I think it was the Cubs, yeah.
Kendrick says, what do we do with Marte? That's the big thing, right? Before the offseason started, like planning on what next year would look like, I thought Marte would be our DH. But it looks like they're trying to trade him for a reliever. So
I
it
would
would
do
kind
it.
of be like a team, like they would have to find a team that's trying to dump some salary as well. So we'll see.
Because your bullpen wasn't that good.
No, but we had 3 or 4 injuries in the bullpen.
Yeah.
They're all going to be back this year. So Noel says, "Does Tyler McGill deserve one more?" No, Tyler McGill does not deserve another chance in the rotation.
What's
I,
that
I
one?
would I would use McGill out of the bullpen as a long reliever, but I would not put him uh, back in the rotation unless there were that many injuries where we had to. But yeah, McGill's done as a starter for me.
What about Scott? Is there anything new on
Well,
him?
Scott's going to be out all the year.
Oh, Tommy John, I'm assuming?
Tommy John. Yep.
Oh, man. I liked him.
Yep. Me too. Footer says we can't forget when the Yankees were the most successful. They did have guys like Knobloch and Brocious. Torrey had a lot to do with that. Yep. Point being, the Yankees have these studs now and aren't performing at that level as they did during their run.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And they're signing all these big name guys, and what is it, to like 1-year deals? I don't know what the Devin Williams contract thing is.
Yeah, I don't
but
know either.
Their farm system isn't that good. I know that.
No, they're like,
It's terrible, from what I heard.
Yeah, Ron says McGill is trash, right? Stanley says Manaea won't return as a Met. Why do you say that? They're in talks with him, so
I would think he would return, but not like on a type of Corbin Burns type contract.
imagine if the Mets had signed Imanaga last year.
Yeah. Would be nice though.
Yeah, it would be. Oh, absolutely. Biggest criticism for Winker, and I really like his. If you're winning, he's great for your clubhouse. If not, I'm a bit worried of him being a cancer.
Was he though?
I don't know. Not well because the Mets were winning. The Mets were in a playoff spot. The Mets were always in a must-win situation. So, the Mets they weren't he was never on the team when they were 11 games under 500.
Right.
Patrick says, "Do Red Sox fans think Volpe is the most overrated player in baseball?"
He's not the next Derek Jeter. Sorry, Yankee fans. You can already get that notion out of my face. I think he'll be good, but he ain't gonna be, oh, he's the next Derek Jeter type person. Please don't tell me he's Derek Jeter and all this crap. No, he's not that good. He might be a tad overrated.
Yeah, and Footer says, and we can see how important the clubhouse is and momentum is in the playoffs. Yeah, actually, that's why I would bring a guy Iglesias back. Now he's going to have to be the backup off the bench, but he can play second, third, short. But then if you do that, I think you're going to trade a guy like McNeil away.
Oh,
unless they trade Acuna, which I don't want them to do, but
they ain't doing that.
One of them would have to go if you brought Iglesias back.
I think McNeil would probably be the guy who would be gone.
Yeah.
Because can't McNeil play in right? Play in
McNeil can play in either the corner outfields and second base.
Makes sense.
And I like him better in the outfield than I do at second base. I think he's a better defender out in the outfield than he is at second.
Maybe you can maybe if Nimmo doesn't come back, maybe place McNeil out and left if need be. I would totally do that. Still keep him and Iglesias as a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the Mets other than you guys. So, what would your thoughts on that be?
Yeah. I mean, Nimmo concerns me, so I think you have to do something there. But yeah, I mean, not going out and getting a everyday left fielder. You're not going out and getting Teoscar Hernandez to play left field, but he's another guy I'm surprised isn't signed.
If he was going to sign with the Dodgers already, how come he's not signed yet?
Right.
He's been signed by now.
Like, let's look at some of these guys that are still available here. I mean, Teoscar Hernandez. Now, it could be the qualifying offer why he hasn't gone anywhere. Same thing
True.
with Santander. I mean, maybe a team's not willing to give up that kind of salary and a draft pick.
I would give up a draft pick for a good hitter.
I mean, I don't know how they determine what position the draft pick is.
That I don't know.
And a guy who's surprising me again, who did not get a contract late, he got paid $1 million last year. And look at Jerison Profar. Did you see? I mean, he put unbelievable numbers last year for $1 million.
How is he not signed? Like, he was ridiculous last year, and all of a sudden, like, nobody wants him. Bro,
I don't get it.
I would, if the Sox signed him, I would be happy if the Sox signed him, but I doubt it. Would be nice. Yeah, some of these guys. I know Pilar was a Red Sox once. I really don't want him back.
Kendrick says, I don't see McNeil in the outfield. Tyrone Taylor got that covered. Well, Taylor can play center. I don't know if he plays left. I know he plays center and right field. But he's not going to play too much right field when you got Soto out there. Noel says, Mets don't have a great lefty reliever. Tanner Scott would be, in my opinion, Mets' next move. We have Danny Young, and that guy stinks. There you go. Thank you, Noel. Yeah, I would love Tanner Scott. Let's look at what he got paid last year. 5.7 million. So I don't know why some of these guys aren't signing.
I would take him.
Or maybe just not available. Maybe they're waiting until after the holidays.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It's December 22nd. So.
Yeah. So maybe after the new year. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not in the loop. So,
well, definitely they're going to sign before February, because that's when, February 19th or something is when pitchers and catchers report?
Actually, I think before that, because I think spring training starts the 20th, I think.
Let me look. Look it up.
I think the Mets pitchers and catchers might be the 13th.
And do pitchers and catchers report 2025. February 10th.
February? Yeah, see?
Wow. Early.
So I don't think that's for every team, but I think because two of the teams start early this year. Who's it? The Dodgers and Padres start in Japan?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And they've already said that Ohtani will not be able to pitch in that series.
Yeah, I believe I heard that.
Footer says, I'm so on McNeil. I want him on the team, but I honestly feel there can be a better fit. Right? Yeah. Like, what's funny is the guys that were here during the live streams last year know that the first half of the year, I made a channel emote, like the McDonald's logo, that said McNo hits.
Yeah.
And then what did he do? He batted like, what, 320 the rest of the year after I made that? What McNeil are we getting?
Are you getting the Jeff McNeil who's hitting like 220, or are you getting the Jeff McNeil
right.
hitting like 330?
Right.
Magic McNeil hits a home run off of you the first at bat after you trade him.
Right. Yep.
Grand slam, like
6 RBI game against us.
That's what Hugo did. He had like a 4 RBI game against us. The first game he played us. First pitch, 2-run home run.
So let's look, Met fans. Let's see what else we got out here for first base. If we're not signing Alonso, what are we going to do?
Man, it's just so bad. After Alonso, who else? Like,
I'm not sorry. I'm not signing Rizzo.
No,
I don't care. I don't care if it's for 1 year. I'm not signing Rizzo.
I heard a rumor that Rizzo is going to the Marlins.
I heard that too.
But I haven't heard much about it since. Like, Bell, he's more of like a DH type guy. France,
Yep.
I don't know too much about him. Joey Gallo, heck no.
No.
Abreu.
I didn't realize Abreu was 38 years old.
I thought he was like 30, was it 35? But Abreu was cut, I believe, earlier in the season because he was playing so bad.
That's if you look at him, I got the MLB logo next to him, so he wasn't actually under contract at the end of the year. Footer says, "I don't want to lose Acuna." Me neither.
Keep Acuna because he played really good the last 20 games. Was it right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was that many, but somewhere like that. Yeah. Yankees teams in the '90s had a lot of useful role players: Leyritz, Brocious, Vizcaino, Soho, who all came up clutch, along with Jeter, Posada, Williams, and Martinez. Yep.
Don't know some of those guys before my time.
Oh my god. Before my time.
90s were a weird time.
Footer says, "I wish you guys would take calls because I would really love to have a discussion about Alvarez with you guys." Yeah, well, I got problems with Alvarez as well.
There wasn't Alvarez like not backhanding her or something like that. He was always allowing passed balls and wild pitches
because he's trying to frame every pitch.
It's ridiculous. Like I heard you complaining about it. Like, I wish he can catch correctly. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
terrible.
So what else? If the Mets don't sign Alonso, they can go third base. I mean, Bregman's really the only guy there willing to take a shot on.
Yeah. Only other guy I see is Moncada, but he's like, meh. Yeah. I mean, give him credit, though. He did play with the White Sox, so maybe he could do something better with that. But after Moncada, I don't really see anything else. I don't know too much about Josh Rojas.
No, me neither. Or even the DH. We talked about DH a little bit for our Mets. Jock Peterson would be the only guy on that list that I would bring in. Man, Travis Jankowski, former Met.
Oh, he was a Met?
Yeah, he was a Met. He was a Texas Ranger. Not sure where else he was.
I knew he was a Ranger because of that amazing catch.
That catch. Cam did that game for us.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw his reaction. He's like, what?
Yep, Cam was doing that game for us.
Gonna have to bring a look these days to talk about his Rangers.
Yep. We got 19 likes on the stream. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up for us. 40 people watching right now. Let's go. We'll go to the top of the hour when the NFL kicks off. But Fitzy, you're not to change from baseball to football, but your Pats go up against the Bills today in a game they moved to 4:00.
I don't know why.
The national TV game for CBS.
Why? It'll be a blowout. Why would you do that? Why would they do that? I hope the Patriots win just to see Mrs. PAS's reaction.
Well, the Chiefs would get the first round bye if the Patriots were to win today.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't wait to hear what was it Patriots fans call Monday. Something. Because every Monday our coach every Sunday after a game, our coach makes a stupid comment. And then like after on Monday, he's like, oh, I take it back. Never mind.
Footer says, I'm in Port St. Lucie now and plan on being at the stadium getting interviews, etc. I'd be happy to share with you guys. He said no to Rizzo. No, I'm a no on Rizzo either. Also,
I agree. No Rizzo.
But Footer, email me, Mud. Let me go get the email and put it in the chat.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try signing Rizzo. Twitter. What's going on Twitter today?
Nothing going on Twitter right now.
There's always something going on Twitter, but
baseball news wise, no.
Yeah, something about Guerrero. I'd like to play in New York. I'd like to kill the Yankees. I would never sign with the Yankees, not even dead. That's what Guerrero said.
Yeah, that's what Guerrero said. Yeah.
And then there was this tweet from some guy named Michael Barron. Don't know him. It's worth mentioning the Yankees are in prime position to go after Guerrero next year.
Footer, there's our. You can email me there. Let me know who it was. We could definitely talk about that because that would be kind of cool. So I got nothing here baseball wise, but there's a lot of baseball guys I don't follow just because I don't trust them. Just like all the Boston guys that were saying it was a done deal with Soto going to the Red Sox.
Oh my God!
Where are all those guys now?
Beyond Average Nick was one of those guys. It was really ridiculous. He reported it like the day after Thanksgiving. Soto's going to Boston. It'll be announced in a couple days. And then like 4 days rolled on. I stand by my reporting. He's going to Boston. And then Soto signed. Oh, that's not good.
Henry says, what do you guys think about this lineup? Lindor, Bregman second, Soto third, Alonso fourth, Vientos fifth, Nimmo sixth, Alvarez seventh, McNeil or Acuna, and then Siri. Sign me up right now.
That'd be a good lineup. I'd be scared to face that lineup in May.
Sign me up right now.
I think you would probably start Acuna. I think you might start McNeil over Acuna, maybe just for like the first month or two, see how he builds up.
Right.
I would do that.
Footer says the thing that makes me crazy defensively, as stupid as this sounds, is the inability to set a target.
For Alvarez? Is that what he's trying to talk about?
Yeah, Alvarez, yeah. Yeah, Alvarez needs a lot of work. He needs to stop, and I absolutely hate it. And I, like Fitzy said during my live streams, complaining about it. Stop framing pitches. Stop trying to get a strike call on every pitch.
Just catch the ball. That's your job.
Right. Footer says, oh my God, you guys start talking about exactly what I'm going to say as I typed it. Darren says, John and Fitz, great collaboration. Keep up the outstanding work. Thank you, Darren. I know I always see Darren hanging out in CP's Mets streams. CP, I believe, is on vacation right now.
Vacation? Wasn't he on vacation a little bit ago?
He's always on vacation. I don't get it. And it makes me crazy because as I'm watching the game, the second I say, that's it, I'm fed up with Alvarez, he'll come up with a hit that we need. Same thing with McNeil.
That's it. I'm done with this guy.
I'm done.
He hits the walk-off home run. Oh, no, I love it.
Well, to be fair, that was me all last season with Alonso.
Yeah, remember that?
Until he hit the home run against the Brewers.
He's like, that's it. I love him.
I love him. Sign him. I don't care what it takes. Get him back. Good stream, Fitzy. Thanks for hopping in for a little bit. Big day of football. I believe you and I are playing each other in 2 of our fantasy leagues. Is that true?
Let me look. I know we're playing in the. I think. Wait, hold on.
I know we're playing each other in the PAS league.
I'm checking the Rhino League right now. I hope to beat that Brees's Pieces guy. I think No, I don't play you in the Rising Rhino League. I play
no?
Who do you play? You play Williams guy? Ditka guy? And you're losing by 20 points, but you're projected to win.
Yeah, he's already had 3 guys go, I think.
I'm projected to lose. Not good.
Oh, are you?
I'm projected to lose by 1 point.
Mets might be good in 2025. Yeah, they might be. I think they definitely still need work and add pieces to the team. But
yeah.
Noel says, could we see Vladdy as a Met if the Mets sign short term with Bregman or Alonso? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If the Mets don't get Alonso at the deal they want, they'll definitely wait until next year. Now, unfortunately, they've lost out on a lot of the first basemen that would have been good.
Yeah.
So
I thought they were going to sign Walker initially. That's who I was thinking the Mets were going to go with all offseason.
I actually would have been good if the plan was to go after Vladdy next year. I would have been fine with going Walker or Goldschmidt, but both guys signed yesterday, so
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. Like you said, Rizzo's talking to the Marlins, but I'm not. I'm not bringing Rizzo in.
Josh Bell, like I said, only really a DH in my opinion. I don't know too much about him playing first.
Yeah.
And the guys after that, like, not really. I would take a flyer on.
Right.
Like Gurriel, was he 43 or something? 41? I have no idea.
I got to be careful now because Twitter will go crazy today because the Jets are playing at 1 o'clock.
Oh boy.
So
Do
I
you get
can't. Just because I get the notification doesn't mean something's going on with baseball.
do you get the Jet game? Do you get the Jet game in your area?
No, not today. So I'll watch some Jet live streamers.
God dang this stupid team every week.
Stupid team.
Damn it, they're starting to win now. Dang it, now after they're eliminated from the playoffs. Now they start winning. Damn team.
Let me set up a redirect here to Rhino. Rhino's live the Titans and Colts game.
Oh, I thought that was a game.
Fitzy, what do you got coming up over on your channel this week?
Well, Monday I gotta do the Bruin Caps game. I'm not gonna do anything today because I'm gonna be at a party in a couple hours.
Gotcha.
So definitely gonna be doing that Caps game Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's no hockey going on because of holiday break
Oh,
for that. So probably gonna take a couple days off, back on Friday and Saturday. Because I got 2 weeks off. I'll just do whatever. But
nice.
until then, I'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Guys, in the polls, I said who will the Mets sign next? We had 36 votes, 61% for Alonso, 14% for Bregman, 17% for Mania, and 8% for someone else. So thank you, everybody, for voting in the polls. Thank you for the 5 new subscribers as well today. I'll be live tomorrow night with play-by-play of the Flyers-Penguins game. So if you want to hang out for some hockey, check that out. And make sure you have notifications on so you know when we do go live. But yeah, we'll see everybody next time.